What's up, everybody? Welcome back. We got a fun in the bag for you guys. Updated in the bag. I did one a little while back, posted that on my Instagram, and since then we have changed a lot that's been in the bag. A lot has come and gone, a lot of discs have been lost, so we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. At the top here we got our putters, and I'm still putting with the P1s. I did switch to the Flex 2 P1s, so I got a pair of them a little bit stiffer for the summer here in Missouri. It is very humid, and so in the summer those gummy putters just get super warped and everything, so I'll probably go back to the soft ones in the winter. Second putter, which is my favorite, is this Ace disc that I have, is this P3X, this Discmania P3X. Such a great disc, super straight, reliable disc that has a good fade at the end. You can throw this on big turnovers and it kind of just holds that line. You can throw it on hyzer and it'll just go forever. My most consistent, like if I need something within 300 feet, I'm probably gonna be throwing this. A new one to the bag as of recent is this Razor Claw 2. Very pretty Razor Claw 2. I swapped it out for this Discraft Bar Stamp Zone. Been a big zone guy, and over the last couple of years I've really loved the zones. Never thought I would go away from it. Still might stay in the bag, but right now I've been testing this out and I really like this Razor Claw 2. It's kind of that old school Eagle McMahon disc, and it's just fun to have in the bag, so I think I'm going to be leaning on that instead of the zone. From there we got two more, and a very interesting disc is this Berg. I did not think I was going to like it, but the more I threw it and the more I figured out this is perfect for like any forehand shots and just kind of panning anhyzer shots. And then it just doesn't skip and it doesn't roll away. It's like perfect. This is kind of a newer one, is this Calvin Halo Toro. And this thing came very stable. And so I was able to chop over on forehands. I could throw any flex shots. But I'm starting to really beat this into where it's a good, reliable stability. And so it's a tick up from this Razor Claw 2. Is a good stable disc, and this one, if I have like a really strong headwind, I know it's not gonna get knocked over by the wind. I should mention is this Jawbreaker Zone OS is one that kind of comes in and out of the bag depending on where I'm playing at. So for example, this last weekend I played at a good woods course that had some island holes, some short island holes. I really needed something overstable that I could just chop over on and make sure that I was gonna get inland in the island. So I definitely use this, and it kind of comes in and out of the bag. Right now it's not in the bag. I have a tournament this weekend at a longer course. Will not need it, so just thought I'd throw that in there. Now going to the mids. Been very similar mids in my bag for a while. The only new addition is this Uplink. I don't throw a lot of MVP, but my buddy Morgan got me on this, and it's super understable, super unstable. Like I can throw it on a ton of hyzer and it'll flip and it just turns over, but it goes forever. So you don't have to throw it very hard, and it just floats. It's like very much like a frisbee, like just an understable frisbee. And this thing is like a great utility disc. So if I'm in the woods and I just have a standstill shot, I can't follow through all the way, I'll go to this, and it's actually come in very handy. One disc that I didn't think I was gonna like either is this Matteo Tournament Orbit Warship. One of my buddies, Clay, the only mid-range he has in his bag is a Warship and just different stabilities. And he was saying how they're the best mid-range in the game. And I was like, you know what, whatever. And so I gave it a try. Didn't love it because it's kind of like a driver rim on the side here. but I noticed it just, every time I threw it, it would go like 30 to 40 feet further than a lot of my other mids. And I was like, this can't be true. So I just went out to a field, tried it, and these things go so far. One of my favorite ones is this Metal Flake Huck Stamp within the Huck Stamp MD3. Got this at DDO, super sick disc, but this run, I guess, super stable, really stable. So this is like, I don't use this as much, but if I have any bit of headwind, I can trust this just to go dead straight. And so it's a great reliable stability. It's not overstable. But this thing is my Metal Flake MD5 in the same color. Love the gumminess on these prototype MD5s. And this thing doesn't go far at all, but it's a great forehand approach disc, and it's a great backhand approach disc when I have lots of headwind or I need something to just crash. We are rocking with 5 fairways. I have my FD, the Nightstone. I love this neoplastic, kind of gummy. But this FD I found straight out of the box was just a great hyzer flip disc that could get lots of distance. A consistent just flip up. It doesn't turn over on me. I really like it for that. Then to go with that is this kind of watermelon color looking Skywalker. And it's a FD1. Great, just dead straight to a good stable finish. And I was always looking for a disc in that slot. I used to throw T-Birds. This kind of replaced it. Really like the Skywalker a lot. Then I have this Escape, which is a tick up in speed, but very, very understable. So this is my like in the woods hyzer flip to turn. If I need something to go far, I can actually push this as far as some of my distance drivers sometimes. And so this gets a lot of distance, so it's a great woods disc, great turnover for shot shaping. And then I have 2 Firebirds. I have my understable, like little tie-dye one that I've lost multiple times, and it just keeps coming back to me. It's a great like hyzer flip forehand Firebird. And then I have this Firebird, which is not as overstable as this one once was. This is just a great straight forehand disc for me. I don't really backhand it too much. And then really sucks is I actually just about 2 days ago I had a Halo Firebird, and that was my like really overstable one, and I just lost it at a local course. I'm hoping to get it back, but you know, that's part of the game. Now we're getting into the drivers. Right now, I don't have a lot of understable distance drivers. I've lost a couple of those. So first we'll get my, sometimes comes in and out of the bag disc, is this very understable Star Wraith. I believe it's like 170 gram. So it's a lightweight, great just hyzer flip, turnover disc. Can get a lot of distance out of it. Great tailwind thrower. Right now it's not in the bag. I'm trying to beat this Wraith in to be that like really good understable, just get like max distance shots out of it. One that I got out of used bin, did not know how it was gonna fly, is this Champ Destroyer. Super cool looking, flat, which I love the flat runs of Destroyers. Anything that's flat and has a good stability, which this is actually very understable. And I think it might be like a Blizzard Destroyer. Super understable. So I can just throw this thing and it just gets a nice drift out of it, but it has a Destroyer stability at the end of its flight, which I love. This disc I actually got this weekend. Threw it in the bag to test out the other day, and it's a, I believe, not great with Trilogy, but I believe this is a Orbit Ice Sword. Correct me if I'm wrong, leave a comment if you know, but I believe it's an Orbit Ice and it's a sword. And this thing is money. Just straight, super straight. And it just goes. There was a downhill hole that I played that's 480 feet downhill. Almost aced it with this disc the other day, so I think it has to go in the bag. So we'll try it out this weekend. Then I get into the destroyers. I have a Blue Star Destroyer, which is a really good stability for my arm speed. Kind of can hyzer flip and ride for a little bit, but always has a good finish at the end. So I throw this a lot. I actually just got it from my buddy Braxton the other day. And then to go with it, I found this in the used bin. It is a bottom stamp Star Destroyer with the Team Innova logo on it. Has some really sweet like green swirls in it. I'm absolutely in love with this disc. It is a good stable disc. It's max weight, so it's really stable, and I can just crank on this thing and it'll always finish. But it's just such a pretty disc. Again, it's another flat run, a destroyer, so I knew I was gonna love it instantly. Great for forehands. I can just pump and it just goes dead straight and then has a really good finish at the end. So those are two good complement discs. Then we get into this Halo Wraith. Is something that's similar stability to those, but it's a little bit slower of a disc. And so I feel like I can sometimes on forehand, I'm really loving it because I can get some really good turn. It never turns over. It just keeps panning while it's just getting distance, where this one just kind of finishes a little sooner. So I'm really loving this. It's a great headwind thrower for backhand because it is a slower disc. So I really like the complement between those three. And then my last two discs is this Calvin Heimberg Halo Destroyer, super overstable. I had a black rim one, which had beat in, and it was actually a much straighter throwing one, but this one, I don't throw backhand very much. If I need to chop something over on an Anheuser and let it kind of fight out in forehand or backhand, or if I just need a really good stability and just a pushing hyzer shot, I throw this on forehand a lot. And then a complement to that is this bottom stamp Eagle McMahon PD2. Super cool disc. Also got this out of a used bin. Don't throw it backhand hardly ever, maybe 2 or 3 times. This is a really good forehand disc in any winds. It just goes straight through it, gets huge flare skips. Super money disc. Love that I was able to pick this up actually at Ozark Mountain Discs in the used bin for, I think it was like $8 or $10. So if you guys haven't and you're in the area, make sure to check out Ozark Mountain Discs. They have a phenomenal used section, phenomenal store. We're gonna continue going through what's in my bag as far as accessories and stuff. In here, I have all my chalk bags, a couple chalk bags in here. Can't have enough chalk. Out here, hands get so sweaty. You're just constantly going through chalk. In the side, we got some towels. This last weekend, it was raining at the tournament, so I stocked up on some extra towels. We have my rangefinder, which comes in super clutch. Use that a ton. Let's see, we got some seeds, some bacon seeds. Necessities, gotta have snacks. We got more towels here on the side. Then on this side, we got my gold 15 bag tag. I'm actually gonna be playing in a tournament this weekend for the bag tag. So hopefully we'll come back with a higher number than 15. Then we got some extra shades, some more towels, and minis. Last but not least, you got some water. And yeah, I'm still loving the Eagle McMahon grip bag. The AX5 has been super comfortable, super durable. Loving every bit of it. So Thank you guys so much for the support, and until next time, peace.